Oh, baby.
So last week I reviewed the Topo design Klettersack, and if you have watched that review you can see it in the info tab above. I was struggling a little bit, not with the bag itself, but with the verdict of the bag. This bag has a great build quality, looks awesome, but the amount, or rather the lack of features and compartments were a little bit disappointing to me in the end. So after the review I asked myself what would be the perfect everyday carry backpack, or what kind of features would this bag need. So if I would design the perfect backpack, or let me backpedal a little bit, because there is no such thing as the perfect bag or the perfect item or the perfect phone, because all of us have different needs, packing styles, requirements, etc. So there's only the perfect bag for you and your use case. So I will ask that question for myself. What would be my personal perfect everyday carry backpack? Or if I would design the bag specifically for my needs, what would that bag be, or what kind of features would I include in that bag? So if any of the manufacturers are watching this video, maybe take note if you want to please my personal backpack needs. So I made this little list on my phone, and I obviously took some inspiration from all the bags that I reviewed or checked out online. So the first feature, or the thing that I'm looking for in a bag, would be a clamshell opening, but after reviewing the Carryology Alchemy Equipment AEL222 backpack, I realized that I really enjoy these half clamshells, for the only reason that that clamshell wouldn't completely open on me and drop all my stuff if I accidentally maybe forgot to completely close the zippers. And there's no other particular reason why I would include the half clamshell opening, but clamshell, for me at least, is the way to open a backpack. I was actually thinking about maybe something like the Attitude ATD1, which has a clamshell and a roll top, but for now I decided just to have a clamshell opening. And in terms of capacity, my sweet spot is usually 21 liters. So 21 liters capacity, clamshell opening or half clamshell opening are the two main things that I would like to have in my own personal perfect everyday carry backpack. Then there has to be at least one mesh or see-through organizer pocket in the lid of that clamshell opening, like on the Gorok or the Carryology Alchemy Equipment or the Evergood CPL24. So have at least one of those organizer pockets at the top, because I usually use those pockets for my extended EDC or items that I need to access quickly, but that also are a little bit heavier. My extended EDC pouch is actually really heavy, or slightly heavy, so I like to have it right at the top instead of somewhere in the main compartment where the weight would just force it to the bottom of the bag. Then when we are in the inner compartment, I want a bright inner lining. So either something yellow like on the Topo design Klettersack, or this bright orange that you also can find in the Carryology Alchemy Equipment bag or in the Carryology Track bag. So something very bright, preferably orange or yellow, because that makes it so easy to find stuff inside the bag. The next feature that I would like to have on that bag would be a quick access compartment, either at the top or somewhere hidden on the back panel, because when I'm at the TSA security check at the airport, I usually like to store my phone, wallet, keys inside that quick access compartment, so no one can steal that while I'm going through the security check. The next thing that I would like to have while we're at the outside of the bag is a front organizer compartment which opens sideways like on the Attitude ATD1 or the Evergood CPL24, and I would like to have it open completely from top to bottom just like the Evergood CPL24, but I would like to have inner slots and compartments like on the invisible backpack, because if the front compartment is very big and takes over the whole front of the bag, if there are no compartments inside, everything will just slide down to the bottom. So having one compartment sideways here and here inside the front organizer pouch would help to keep everything in place as much as possible, especially for small items like pens, maybe chewing gum and stuff like that. You could store that easily in those slots so nothing slides to the bottom and gets lost. And speaking of the PX Invisible Backpack, what I really liked about that bag, it had lots of compartments, but they were hidden. So you had basically a compartment on this side and that side, but they expanded into the main compartment. Obviously, that will take away from the inner space of the main compartment, but in my experience with that bag, that wasn't that big of a deal. And especially it improved the look of the bag, in my humble opinion. It kept everything streamlined, and considering I'm not that of a tall or big person, I want that bag to be as streamlined as possible, and every compartment, or for instance the water bottle, sticking out to the side, I personally don't think that that looks very flattering on my bag. So on the invisible backpack, those side compartments, which were for a bottle or an umbrella, expanded to the inside. And I usually don't really use water compartments. I know many of you use water compartments and want water compartments on the outside, but I had the experience that my water bottle usually falls out of that compartment when I'm running, so I rarely use them. So I want a water bottle compartment that I either don't use, or if I use it, the water bottle is safely inside the zippered compartment and doesn't make the bag look that much wider because it expands to the inside. And yeah, that's something I would like to have in my personal perfect backpack. Okay, the next thing that I would like to have on that bag is a good looking and easily removable and attachable sternum strap. I usually, or let's say 90% of the time, I never use a sternum strap. But when I'm riding on a motorcycle, I need a sternum strap. So I want that sternum strap to be good looking in a way and still be easily removable. That would be something that I would like to have on that bag. Furthermore, the shoulder straps obviously are very important. I was very surprised about the shoulder straps on the Klettersack. They are very wide and have this seatbelt webbing, and they were surprisingly very comfortable. So I would like to have these, or yeah, kind of like these, because they are not that thick and therefore don't add too much bulk to the bag, but still are very comfortable. I'm not sure how these are working out in very hot climates, so I'm not 100% sure if that would be the right way to go on my personal backpack, but for now I can say that these are very comfortable and I like them quite a lot. Speaking of carrying the bag, I want a very good beefy top handle and also a side handle. Although the side handle doesn't need to be that beefy. I really like the side handle on the, or also the top handle on the Evergood CPL24. Those top and side handle were very comfortable and good looking and practicable. I'm not sure if that would mess up the look of the bag that I have in my head. I'm not sure if that would work, but in practice they were very good. The laptop compartment definitely needs to be suspended because, as I said, I'm carrying a MacBook Pro and those things are way too expensive and I need to keep that investment safe. So the laptop compartment needs to be suspended and well padded. Not too padded, because if it's too padded, it will make the bag bulkier unnecessarily. So a little bit padded. And last but not least, I would include some kind of attachment system. I really enjoyed the attachment system of Black Amber, those magnetic fit locks, but to me they are not open source enough, and they add a little bit of a bulk or change the look of what I would like to accomplish. So I would like to have the bag as simple or streamlined as possible, and having those little, let's call them nipples, on the outside of the bag or on the inside, that would get a little bit in my way. So I would take an open source thing that is MOLLE. So having some MOLLE on the outside where I could either attach a pouch or, even more importantly, a bike light. So I have this clip-on bike light that I could then just add to the MOLLE on the outside. On the inside in the main compartment, remember you have this compartment on the lid, but on the other side, on the wall of the main compartment, I would add either Velcro or MOLLE, so you can attach a pouch in there to make it more modular. I think Velcro would be the better solution, and have like other Velcro pouches that I could stick in there, because it would be easier to modify the bag on the fly. I really enjoyed the MOLLE inside the Gorok GR0, because just like my thought process of having the extended EDC in the top compartment of the lid, I really like to have a compartment inside the main compartment on the top, so I could put stuff in there that I could quickly access, and that doesn't like slide to the bottom of the bag. So everything has a very good weight distribution. So if you have a top loading bag, everything that is heavy will more or less slide or drop to the ground. So I would like to have a pouch attached to the top, so I could put my mouse and my charger in here, while other stuff, similar heavy stuff, is also at the bottom. And all of the weight would be distributed all over the whole height of the bag. So having something like MOLLE or Velcro inside the main compartment to attach some pouches on there would help a lot. And I would love to see that in this bag. So yeah, that was a very long video, lots of rambling, but that would be my personal perfect everyday carry backpack if I would design a bag, but I'm not a designer. I didn't put that much thought in what kind of materials I would love to have with that bag. I was highly impressed with Dyneema, but that's probably very expensive. I also like all those lightweight materials, because there's a lot of equipment inside my bag, so shaving a little bit weight off the bag here and there would help a lot. But obviously I also like this material, which is 1000D Cordura. YKK zippers, of course, preferably AquaGuard zippers, not necessarily because they make the bag more water resistant, but I like the look of it. Different colored zipper pulls, what I already do with all my bags. I customize the zipper pulls to make them more visible and more distinguishable from all the zippers that are on the bag. But yeah, that are all the features that I personally would love all in one bag, and maybe someone will design this kind of bag in the future. So if any of the brands are watching these videos, maybe you can design something like that. I would really love to know what would be your perfect everyday carry bag. So I'm not talking about like carry-on travel bags, but the bag that you use on a day-to-day basis. What capacity do you want? Top loader, clamshell, how many compartments do you need? What kind of features do you want in that bag? Let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, if you have any questions about my personal, perfect, everyday carry backpack? Let me know in the comment section below. And like always, if you enjoyed this video, click the like button. And please feel free to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell icon so you won't miss the next videos. Thank you very much.